और फुल है
No.
ये कुछ नहीं करना
You want just decrease the temperature.
First day is your best friend.
Decrease the temperature.
इतना कर
Okay. We are not even getting AC. They are getting only AC.
यार we are not getting we can exchange our places
So now you just decrease the temperature. So they will be forced.
yeah I'm feeling
And they're not shifting and they are feeling cold and we are.
Now, Austrian crown prince was assassinated at Sarajevo. Sarajevo was capital of Bosnia, and it happened on 28th June 1914. Listen, what's there?
1914.
26, please. 25 is not.
No.
Ma'am is saying 25. 26.
अरे काम ही नहीं कर रहा
Okay. See that the Archduke was murdered in Sarajevo. Sarajevo is the capital of Bosnia on 28th June 1914.
Because Bosnia doesn't have
Two?
IS. So after S there is no I.
Okay.
Bosnia.
Now,
Ma'am, we are feeling very bored.
feeling very cold.
Shift out.
That's why I hate this place. Because it would be.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I cannot do anything with this.
When you come outside, you know that.
Yes,
You can't sit down here.
No, we
You
don't
should
want to go
sit.
there. We like this one. You can come.
Let's do it. Okay, we can.
See, what happened? It was one organization named the Black Hand take the responsibility or own the responsibility of the murder. Okay, so that was the organization. So this organization was trying for the independence of Serbia. सर्बिया का इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए काम करने वाला revolutionary organization था. So they own the responsibility. Now, what's the problem?
What is Black Hand?
So it is a revolutionary group
That killed the
Last year.
Okay, the name I did not write, no? Francis Ferdinand. Okay, now listen. Now the next part you have to write down. That is which day, which country and which country that you declared war. Now when this happened, immediately that Austria reacted. Austria gave an ultimatum. To Serbia on 23rd July. What was that? Austria gave an ultimatum. You just take down these dates and all. because next part is not there, stages is not there, so this one is important.
Events.
And
Events.
events not there. So that is why this is not an event. This one is course. How this war happened. So Austria gave ultimatum to Serbia on 23rd July.
Not a warning.
That is a warning, final warning. Huh?
Why?
Huh?
But why?
And it is written, you just note down in your book so that it will be easy.
But why?
Why means the Serbian only killed that Austrian crown prince. So in that they have given, that is Austria gave 11 demands. If you are not fulfilling all the demands, then we will declare war on you. But what happened? Serbia was not ready, so Austria declared war on Serbia on 28th July. Okay? So this one is against. This way. Now full sentence like say, yeah, Austria declared war on Serbia on 28th July. Because time is given. If you fulfill our ultimatum, then we will not declare war.
11 duties in 5 days.
11 demands.
5 days.
That is what they in ultimatum means they will mention. Specifically by this day, if you are not fulfilling, then we will go on war. It is not just 5 days problem. See, the murder happened in 28th June. So correct एक महीने के बाद declare हो गया. Okay. That Russia was preparing to help Serbia. So what happened? Germany declared war on Russia.
And so over here, the Soviets killed the Prince of Austria-Hungary. Russia supported Serbia, but where did Germany come in?
That it was an ally of that one, no?
Acha, Hungary.
Austria and Hungary, that triple alliance का member है ना? Then
Germany and why Germany is waging so many wars?
that is why it is called First World War. You have to understand that way.
And even the Second World War was the cost made by Germany. Germany back.
So 4th July.
4th August. Very good. Painting very nicely. Then.
Germany declared war against.
Germany declared war against France on 3rd August. Germany entered into Belgium on 4th August. Now Britain declared war on Germany.
Germany is called.
And did these wars actually take place?
Huh?
Did these wars take place?
That is why it is called the First World War, no?
Recently, telling I will war, I will war.
No, declared war and then attacking.
They have so much of population.
Huh?
So much of population.
Population is also the.
But why did Germany enter Belgium?
That is the
And
reason.
to France.
See, actually, this Belgium is coming in between that one. So, in order to defeat France, Germany entered through Belgium. But this Belgium is a neutral country. It was neither supporting Britain and France, that group, nor supporting Germany. So when a neutral country was attacked, Britain declared war on Germany.
So the same day Britain declared war on Germany.
See, Germany entered in Belgium on 4th. On hearing that Britain अभी तक देख के रहते थे, ब्रिटेन ने जर्मनी के साथ war declared. War declared, not only war declared, that is, it was showing a support to its own partners, and war started. But in the Second World War, there was something, that is, it was a one-sided war up to 1940. Clear? This much. See, why I have told you like this to note down. It was a big paragraph. So in order to avoid confusion, that 8 words you can remember which country against which country. So now it turned out to be a European war. And somebody asked me that the question what Italy was doing. Italy was at that time engaged in Africa. In Africa, there was a country called Eritrea. So, in that country, that Italy was having interest, and it was busy in conquering and occupying that. But so many times it tried, but it could not conquer. That was the interesting part of it. Clear? Now, let's move to the results. Results of First World War.
Eventually,
Events is not.
Policy of blockade also comes under.
Okay. Now only you just check it out with the results. Okay. Little bit, but it is what are the Treaty of Versailles. From there onwards, the Second World War preparation started. वो treaty में ही घोषित हुआ था. Okay. Now, separate treaties were made against the defeated countries. In the actual sense, none of these groups win. But the Allied powers claimed that they were the winners. When the war was going on, sometimes that Germany and its allies used to win, sometimes the other group used to win. So there was no clear victory to any group. Now the countries of this one, that alliances, they started thinking that this war to be ended somehow. So they have tried so many methods, and finally they made or sat together for a treaty, a discussion in Versailles. So that treaty came to be known as Treaty of Versailles. In that, 27 countries participated. But
including India.
no, 3 countries only made the treaty. How many countries? 27 countries. Now, 3 countries. The one is USA. USA, its President Woodrow Wilson.
No, George Washington.
No. ब्रिटेन का है that Lloyd George. ब्रिटेन का प्राइम मिनिस्टर लॉयड जॉर्ज and France Clemenceau. These were the important personalities who prepared that document.
These 3 were like powerful. That's why these 3 did the.
See, heads of the country, I told USA, Great Britain, France.
You said only these 3 countries made the treaty.
You just tell that which countries were there in the Allied powers. Which were there?
Germany.
Allied.
No. Allied are
Great Britain.
France
and
Russia. But Russia 1917 में withdraw हो गया और उसकी जगह पर USA आ गया. Understood? 1917 में Russia withdraw from the war and then USA joined the war. Got it? Now that 3 countries only will make that decision.
Whatever rest 20.
Rest 24 countries were that is either the defeated countries or some other small unimportant countries were there. So for showing,
what's the name? Or the France.
Clemenceau, Clemenceau.
Clemens. Looks like N.
M है.
Yes. So what be these 3 people?
One is USA's president. Second is Prime Minister of Great Britain and the President of France. French president.
So what they do?
They only made that treaty. Now, the decisions of the Treaty of Versailles, some 11-12 points are there. I am giving you 7-8 points that you have to write. Terms of the treaty.
Man, that should be the second point, right?
Eh?
That's the second point, right?
No, first point, that is
Terms of treaty.
terms of treaty.
Oh, अच्छा, in terms of treaty.
Ah. Yes. What happened? Huh? Who called it? Okay.
What is about indemnity?
Indemnity means that for war laws that you amount to pay.
INDEFNITY.
Ah, and I give.
What is it? Guilt of
Guilty.
Eh?
guilt of operation or guilty of
Guilty of
Guilty of.
guilty.
He is guilty of 33 million $.
No. Because they guilty of aggravation, they had to pay. They had to pay $34 fine. Why is very small? Indemnity.
Or Jeff is also
But then when they get the money from?
That is why now that it started preparation for another war.
Second world.
Ah. What does C mean? Said means it is to be given to the victorious countries.
So they had to even give that biggest worship also.
Yes.
coal miner.
I might have to see and the viewers are really nice. I have to see CEA. CEATE. What is that Germany lost?
Alsace and Lorraine.
It's a name of a country.
Place.
Alsace is name of a place or country, whatever it is.
Lorraine.
Lorraine. Separate.
So they had to give this land to France, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Why is it?
Shar, what? Sharman.
Sir called mines. Sir called mines.
Oh, अच्छा it's cool.
दिखता नहीं है.
I know that Germany ka why na it is coming down, so I got confused.
Nice name, Sarma. Well, given. No, but why did you go as into France? Because it was.
They were defeated country. So forced reform.
Achha, Germany was a difficult.
Ma'am, in the book it is written S-A. Only
Sure. And so this
वो कहाँ से दिख रहा है?
आगे चलो. And why was everything given to France?
This treaty was made only towards France. अलग अलग ट्रीटी बना दिया है ना, ऑटोमन टर्की के साथ अलग ट्रीटी बना दिया और ऑस्ट्रिया हंगरी के साथ अलग ट्रीटी बनाया. तो वो जो ट्रीटी बनाया उसके जर्मनी के साथ बनाया, तो जर्मनी के बारे में बताएगा ना.
और army.
हाँ.
और
Country is called by her only, no?
Germany से girl, this woman. Germany is a girl.
Country.
how do a country have a gender?
Bro, there is gender for all.
So what's the gender of this?
India is girl.
India also.
His
Her.
girl, Bharat Mata बोलते थे.
So Germany.
Germany is girl. What is this?
See, female figurines were only considered as that icons.
Mother.
Oh.
We never said that.
जल्दी जल्दी.
Okay, got it.
One lakh.
Only one time.
8 लाख था, वो कम करने को बोला 1 लाख तक, उससे ज्यादा नहीं करने का. Number of ships to be reduced to 25, 24 was it?
How much were they?
24.
हाँ.
And the navy was limited to 50,000.
50,000 means everything that the military strength had to be reduced. That is what the aim.
So Germany was completely collapsed.
Not completely collapsed.
That's a
Okay, completed this points.
But there are two more. Sorry, there are two more.
I told you, no, this much you. That is why small I have.
So in
made.
exam we can write this.
Ah.
Just we have plans.
Clear? So main points you have to remember. What is that? Germany was made, that is the war guilt clause was made on Germany. Germany was made responsible for all the aggression. Actually, Germany came later on only. We have seen Austria declared war on Serbia.
Yeah. But then Germany declared war on two innocent countries. No?
One, which innocent country?
France. France didn't do anything. No? They just attacked on France.
That is nearby. Nearby means we have studied first point, first reason for the First World War. Expansion, showing supremacy. For that, it did all this. It wanted to show that we are powerful. Okay. Now, Germany was forced to pay a huge indemnity of $33 billion, 657 millions.
600 billion.
657 million. 33 billion का उस टाइम का amount ऐसा था. Now her ships have to be given, coal mines, iron ore mines, everything. Rhine Valley was demilitarized. अभी जर्मनी और फ्रांस के बीच में एक very fertile land, Rhine River का. That was the richest province in the world. So that part, no army was allowed. So that France could easily go and attack Germany because France was there in making the treaty. So उधर army ने make it. Next one is that Germany lost her territories in the northwestern part, like Alsace and Lorraine to France. Then her SAR coal mines were given to France for 15 years in its basis. That means League of Nations had the authority to take. League of Nations we will see. That's the last one. So the richest coal mine in the world was SAR coal mine, and that was given for lease basis to France. Now her colonies. देखो अफ्रीका में उसको कॉलोनी है, अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इट हैड कॉलोनीज, ये सब आपस में बांट दिया. नो गिवन बैक नो, ये विक्टोरियस कंट्रीज ने ले लिया. Now you just one more point, her army strength at that time was 8 lakh is reduced to 1 lakh. Now you see that in the clauses itself, a kind of revenge was included. Its intention was, or this country's aim was to make Germany nothing. That is why her colonies taken, her coal mines taken, iron ore mines taken. She had to pay indemnity of a very huge amount. So now nothing is there in her hand. So how she will pay the indemnity? So that itself was the reason for the Second World War. They started preparing for that war from then onwards.
But Second World War is because of the Nazis.
Nazis, how it came? That is, we will study about a dictatorship. One of the reasons that Hitler came out from this only. First World War के बाद Hitler emerged because he experienced it. First World War time he was a messenger. उस टाइम में ये आर्मी का मैसेजेस भेजने के लिए कुछ फोन वगैरह कुछ नहीं था ना, तो मैसेंजर जनरल मीन्स ऑफिसर का ऑर्डर लेके उधर जाता है. तो डिफरेंट फ्रंट्स व्हेन द वॉर इज टेकिंग प्लेस सब जगह जाके मैसेज देना पड़ता है. तो he saw that war field itself, he got an experience to see that how their army fighting. And he had a thought that his country will win. But just opposite only happened. And he wanted to take a revenge on that. That is why he became a dictator later on.
Absolutely, sure. So if this is the case for so he was a good guy because he is fighting for his own country.
He was somewhat a good person, but his mind, that anger, hatred, that all these things were burning. So he formed a political organization, political party.
Hatred against other countries, right?
This Jews का है against it. But ये लोग ने उसको एक किया ना, that is nothing कर दिया. फिर उसके साथ साथ बड़ा problem happened, that was the economic depression. पूरा दुनिया में इकोनॉमिक डिप्रेशन है, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस हो गया. That so many reasons are there that while teaching that lesson I. Economic crisis is such a situation when jobs are not there, that your money is not there, then prices are high, then people are unable to survive. Well, you see that how they will pay the money. The value of money, inflation risen up. So all these conditions were termed as economic crisis. So Germany had to face this economic crisis. So all these things filled into his mind and he developed a feeling of revenge. Got it? Now, next point is territorial rearrangement.
What's the difference between an atom bomb and a nuclear bomb?
You have learned science, no? You have learned science and chemistry. Chemistry में atom what it is, उसमें से न्यूट्रॉन्स कैसे होता है, उसमें न्यूक्लियर फिशन कैसे होता है, न्यूक्लियर फ्यूजन कैसे होता है, you have learned, no? So that is what when that is separated and fused into, so its power is more. So okay. So that time atom bombs only made, Second World War time. उसके बाद nuclear bombs बनाना शुरू किया. Nuclear bomb is not exactly a bomb type. It is filled into that other this things and the arms. And then missiles say always there.
That's missile. Oh, I thought it's. I thought Ramos was a bomb. Yeah, it's
BrahMos missile.
Oh.
Okay. Now, what is the next territorial? Actually, that this one. What is the that mineral used for making that nuclear these things? Uranium.
Uranium, urea.
Urea no. Uranium and thorium. Radioactive minerals. And we are not having, we have to purchase this one from abroad. So it is having the capacity to release the heat which is unbearable. So this technology is used for fusing up that is minute particles for destructive purpose as well as very useful purpose only we are using. We know that treatment, radiation treatment is that. Okay. Then another one is that for another what is testing, detecting the diseases. We know that scans are there. All these things only good purpose we are using. Okay, come. What is that? Territorial rearrangement. What is meant by territorial rearrangement?
Rearranging the countries.
One by one you just write. One is that supremacy of European countries
Ma'am, is supremacy or supremacy?
It will come, he will come after that.
Yeah, it should be supremacy, not supremacy.
Supremacy.
You just check it
Ma'am,
out.
it is, I checked, it's supremacy.
SUPREMACY.
Supremacy of European powers. Lost and USA emerged. Okay.
I think about myself.
Direct, see.
If we see, if you think about it, we would have the regulator.
But then how did they transform the particular block of the world when they haven't?
You just completed each one. I will explain.
Wait and watch. 4H dollars.
It's so nice.
Good job. Yeah.
I'm not like easy access.
Ma'am, Habsburg is Austria, Hungary, na? European and Austria. Yeah. Yeah, you have given up.
Yeah. Come on, the boys won.
Boys are better than that.
Yes.
Two of them.
At least I get these. Okay, done. आधे घंटा के लिए at least.
अच्छा सी है वो See, sir.
One says, and where was it? Romano.
Yugoslavia.
Hohenzollern. H to be silent, Hohenzollern. Because it's German name.
Why are reactions so complicated?
पाँच मिनट के लिए मुझे भी नहीं पता लगता है
नहीं उधर नहीं तो कबीरा के साथ कुछ तो किया रहेगा
काम नहीं मैंने
वेरी
काउंट करके
अब 5 मिनट के लिए मैं बंद
खराब हो गया तो उसके ऊपर मिलाएगा
What's the point in these joining?
Yugoslavia, Slovenia गर्मी आएगी
Yugoslavia या Slovenia?
Slavia.
मैं जाना पे टूटे
कौन बोला
I got a call. Why are you making such noise?
give it to Vijay भैया
Why are you using phone?
I'm not using it. No, one more point only. Recognition is also needed. Yes, it's completed.
No. Yeah. Why are you so noisy?
Ma'am, could you please increase the regulation speed?
Because
मुझे पता वो मुझे नहीं बोलने वाला
Yeah.
मुझे पता
Of course you will.
हाँ हाँ
ऑन किया है
हाँ
वो बंद है
On हो गया.
हाँ
yes
yes what is that earlier
You want to tell? Apparently, we wanted to change speed, so I had to stop.
why aren't you sitting here
Because
उसने जगह चेंज की उसका हो गया
I wanted to sit in the AC there.
so that's your problem don't ask tell me
Can
what
you
I'm
use the same time?
Okay, I am slow. Okay, I'm slow.
He's accepting.
I'm accepting. I can also accept that you lost.
He did it.
You lost.
She said that.
दो मिनट के बाद हो जाएगा.
okay now what was that in the ancient period medieval period and the modern period also European countries like Britain and France were the powerful countries. Now, through the First World War, its supremacy declined, and in its place, two other countries emerged. One is USA, and the other is Russia or USSR. But here we are not mentioning about USSR because USSR did not interfere in the world politics for long time. That is why USA we have mentioned here USA emerged as a powerful country. Got this point? Now, political map of the world transformed. Your question was that. That is how they can transform the map. See, during that medieval and modern period, that is, the countries were made in such a way that they could easily enter into new area, conquer that. So there was no fixed boundaries. Understood? So they used to conquer, they used to expand the territory, so there was no such boundaries. One example, if I am telling Africa, if you are looking at Africa, you can find that map. The country's boundaries are drawn in such a way that it has been used with a scale. The boundaries have been made. How come it happened? Because European countries sat in Europe and divided Africa among them. ये मुझे दे दो, ये इसको दे दो, इसको दे दो, like that they have divided Africa among themselves. So it is having the boundary as if it is drawn with a ruler. Clear? So the same way here, new countries are created and new the boundaries are created. Some countries were taken from the European countries and given to somebody else. So by seeing that, we can find political map is completely altered. It is not the political map of present day. After First World War, if you are observing, and after the Second World War or from 2000 map, if you are seeing, you can find a lot of changes. So that is how we are finding that political map altered. Clear? Next point, we have seen that ruling dynasties which were ruling for more than 300, 400 years, some dynastic rule was there, that completely ended and democracy was established. So, Romanov dynasty, if you are taking in Russia, 1917, when the revolution had taken place, that dynastic rule ended and the socialist government came to power. The same is the case of Habsburg dynasty, Hohenzollern dynasty. You see that we know that after unification, Kaiser William I, Hohenzollern dynasty, that is, he was the king. And then, after the First World War, we have seen the rise of dictatorship. Hitler, we were talking about that. So this way, that ruling dynasties ended, and in its place, democratic system or any other system, dictatorship emerged. Ottoman Empire, I have told you, and you also asked the question, Ottoman Empire, then Turkey, what are the differences? Ottoman Empire was the powerful empire during the medieval period, and that ended, and only Turkey remained. Then, new independent countries like Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia was created. It was not in the earlier map. Now, this Czechoslovakia also not as one country, Czech Republic and Slovak Republic. So, like that, every then and there new the countries are created or restructure that map of the world. Okay. Now let's see the next and the last important effect of the First World War is formation of League of Nations. Yes. Go. just thinking about what to do this thing. I think Saturday also you are having
Geography.
geography is given.
You are
Geography some lessons are given.
geography or English?
And geography.
The geography only written and which lesson?
Agriculture one.
No, I will not read.
Agriculture.
I will not read.
Why?
No, after I am not I will go.
You are going to native place. Then when you will be back.
So next Saturday I'll check it.
So where is your native place? Kerala. So
We have to read on the first English.
so which train you want? Agriculture in India. Like some emergency is there.
Actually, I am not ever planning to stay here, but my mother's father wants to.
Agriculture in India first one is given. Yeah. That is what I was thinking. See, they are only putting that one. So I did not get which lesson it's
On that Chinese mom, so I'm taking on the
Why are you
Chinese.
living there?
Because she challenged me to sit because AC comes कब से मत ये पानी गिरा
ये पानी है गिरा.
You should tell her to accept the challenge.
Okay, let's see. Here, I'm not going to write on the board. Let's discuss about what is League of Nations. League of Nations is an organization formed to settle the disputes and to make peace and to avoid war. So three things were there. Which are the make a what?
नहीं give it up give it up
Yeah.
what is it
See, we know that why First World War had taken place. If there was such an organization, then they would have tried to avoid. So now this, after the First World War, they realized that this kind of situation should not take place. So they decided to form an organization. So I said disputes to that is every country is facing such kind of problems. It can also lead to war. Lead to war. So India and Pakistan always have disputes. If these countries are having that more that agitative nature, arrogant nature, it can lead to war. But India and Pakistan always try to settle the disputes mutually. So, in world, if world countries are having such kind of disputes in future, it should be brought before this organization and try to settle it.
The Second World War, it happened within the Second World War.
League of Nations was there. Still Second World War had taken place. There are some reasons for it. But what is that? The main aim is that आगे से ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. But the problems within that League of Nations give rise to Second World War. Now, the aim we have seen in future war should not take place. if any dispute is there, they have to be settled peacefully, like that. Then we know that all the countries are having their egos.
Yeah.
All the countries are having the feeling to show their supremacy and power. So that only led to Second World War. Now you have to see that League of Nations, what are the objectives, aims and objectives. Last page it is given, aims and objectives. 6 points are there. So you just read and then we will discuss about that. That will be better. All 6 points, 4 points you have to learn.
Actually, the third point.
Third.
Last page.
See the third point.
I will tell the
I said I'm saying the
first.
6 people, 6 points. Start.
You start.
I'm
taking third.
And the fourth.
I'm taking first one.
Your first.
First,
And third.
not just read. You understand it and
then without.
I will read second.
Can I say?
learned.
All the states of the world were prohibited from entering into any treaty, secret treaty or alliance.
I mean, all who are the members of the League of Nations, they are not allowed to make any secret treaty or alliance. Once, if you are a member of League of Nations, without the knowledge of League of Nations, they are not allowed to make any treaties or alliance. Second point, who is telling? Okay, tell.
The members of that nation are not supposed to like hold a huge army or huge warship, etc.
So they were not allowed to increase the military or naval strength. What is told? Germany was told to maintain up to 1 lakh. So the member nations are not allowed to increase the military strength so that it will provoke war. Okay. Third point.
All states of the respective channel
Member states should respect each other's independence. Fourth.
Yeah, so if all the states know their mutual disputes to the and if they tell it to the League of Nations, then the places are
See, they should bring forward their problems first to League of Nations. Understood?
Yes.
So they should not try to settle their problems by themselves. They should bring the disputes before the League of Nations. Yes, fifth.
I did not learn.
Sixth, apart from political functions, the League of Nations had to promote cultural, economical, and religious.
Okay. See,
Cooperation. Look, cooperation among the member states.
No
see,
religious.
we know that UNO was formed after the Second World War. UNO is having specialized agencies to look after different aspects. That is International Labour Organization, World Health Organization, then Education and Cultural Organization. So like that, specialized agencies are there to look after this. So it is not just looking after war or peace or settling the disputes or like that. It has to look after the other aspects. Mutual cooperation they have to see. They have to develop that relationship between the countries. Cultural development they have to see. Okay?
Yes,
I did not. As we did.
apart from political functions,
That
the
is
league of
it.
that
That
she told also.
The third one.
The member states were to take necessary actions as directed by the league against any state which tried to distribute word peace and order.
Disturb.
Sorry, disturb. Yeah. See, what is that? They have to according to the directions of the League of Nations only they can take actions. So, what is that? They have to be under the control of this organization. Okay, you have learned that terms. Terms, no, aims and objectives. Now, within this itself, there are so many loopholes that created unhappiness or disturbance to the member nations. Let's take one by one. See here, USA was there in the drafting committee of that League of Nations. And USA made that many type of interferences in the affairs.
Yeah.
So that interferences in the other countries' internal affairs created problems.
Same as British.
Here
They were the main cause.
they were the cause. One thing was that after the First World War, their control and their power decreased.
Yeah.
So that place only USA came. So that big brotherly policy or attitude of that USA created many problems. Okay. Now, second thing, Germany was the affected country.
Oh.
You also that started feeling that why against Germany all these things.
Because of the started
Germany started, but it is like that a kind of see a person who did not like the other person. So everything will be imposed upon you only. The internal hatred will be shown. Here also, they started showing all this hatred towards Germany. Understood?
Is the Tauber Treaty in which Germany?
Yeah. जर्मनी को जीरो करने के लिए ये सब किया but here Germany was forced to be a member of League of Nations. अभी लीग ऑफ नेशंस से आगे वार नहीं करने का करके वो ये 27 कंट्रीज को उसमें करने का so forcefully made as a member, but when Hitler came, he moved out of the League of Nations. Hitler moved out of League of Nations. Russia was a party in the First World War, but Russia was not given the membership. So like that, unjustly the countries are being treated.
I see.
So the countries were treated unjustly. So that was the cause for Second World War. Or this League of Nations also, the attitude towards some countries are a type of favoritism, and other countries against them. So this kind of disparity between the countries was also a cause of concern. Clear? Okay. Now, not go. So that the lesson is over. Time is also there. You have to answer. That is page number 113. That is Yutika.
Another homework.
113, 114, and 115. That is 11 questions are there.
Ma'am, 113, 114, 115. You have to write these question answers. Both. Ayyo Ram. Yeah.
11 questions.
आगे लड़ाई है इधर ही बैठ 12 बजे
113,
And we have to write last chapters also.
अभी complete नहीं किया अभी तक.
हाँ मैंने किया था
हाँ, could you please give an introduction of why you are doing?
पहले वाले का
I want to learn. I am to learn.
विचार दे heading लिखने का उसका define. That's what they are factoring.
हिंदी का तीनों है हिंदी तीनों है लगा तुझे
क्या तुम लोगों का फॉरेन हिंदी क्लास हो क्या?
इसको मार
Okay, that to be defined. What is that economic factor?
You wanted it?
मैं तुम्हारा first lesson का test है ना Saturday?
क्या मैं
और तुम्हारे केमिस्ट्री का आयो?
अबे
अच्छा टेस्ट
आधा सुनता है
भाई ना
ओके
And leave us 10 minutes early.
Yes, no, we are not allowed to shoot.
अंदर
So in next class we are doing World War II, right? Next class we are doing World War II, right?
World War II, but I guess you are having that lesson. Wait.
Question है.
Second World War is there, but that is that
So could you please do rise of capitalism or
नहीं हमें नहीं है क्वेश्चन में नहीं we don't have it our question
Yeah, in our question we have rise of capitalism.
this semester we don't have it we only have the first 4 chapters and one civics the first chapter
See, first 4 chapters means nationalism, Indian national movement, Indian
till second phase
we don't have first one
First World War is not there in the. I think they wanted to complete, you know. And
our first phase, second phase, union parliament and growth of nationalism.
I don't know what.
Maybe more. First lesson में नहीं वो 25 marks पे test
so you were that
What's your independence?
नहीं है ना
Union Parliament completed. Union Parliament completed.
yeah it's about
first phase and second phase is here. Growth of
Feeling
nationalism.
sorry for not
Bye.
पूछा
इतना सारा क्वेश्चन है.
like
Crisis में-
चार chapter
Crisis में board exam के लिए एक ही से ही होने वाला है.
हाँ
उसमें 10
यही है तो.
Ma'am, I actually thought something else.
Board.
Means for the means for your class test, how many topics?
Last test 1.
Only one.
Last test 25 or 1 for test.
Honestly, honestly 20 mark के लिए 2 chapter.
मैंने 25 मार्क्स के लिए
Yes.
Now,
No, what is the 8 minutes to 7 minutes? Like,
discuss.
but if you are having any in the thing, you can ask. You don't use mobile. Please keep,
आज से मैं फाइनल
keep your mobile aside.
keep your mobile inside.
Yeah, inside.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't hear that was a sex.
No.
It's only
What you are doing, nobody knows. Yesterday, I think that in rural, that one ICSE students or something, they have that. It was called and punishment. So now you are not allowed to keep your mobiles.
हमारे क्लास में दो स्टेट्स
हाँ
हमारे क्लास में दो स्टेट्स केमिस्ट्री में
कौन है?
अभी ये जो लोग हैं
नहीं ये टीम क्या पूरे ब्रांच का या क्या
जिस वेट है उसमें वो सूर्या है ना
for some reason I like chemistry.
like that was my dream when I was 8
What is it nonsense?
What's the difference?
भाई मैं 8 साल की थी तभी
8 साल में
अबे वो पैकेजिंग था ना उसके अंदर क्यूट सा होता था तो वो सैनिटाइजर वैसा मुझे नहीं मिला वो फालतू सी बॉटल में थी सैनिटाइजर थी
I had one, so I had two sanitizers.
एक हाथ के लिए एक हाथ के लिए.
No, I don't.
तुम
At
मिक्स
two
करता
different
था
times. No, at two different times.
ये देखो
Okay. So three.
एंड देन यू अपने पास थोड़ी देर
One I finished. So two I finished. One opened up in my bag.
मैं कुछ और सोच रहा था
But I
क्या
came
बोल रहे हो क्या बोल रहे हो
खत्म हो गया.
Nice answer.
I can't see
इसको आंसर
बता बता
Then answer is
ये आईफोन एक्स
ऐसा
Yes, God.
चाहे तो मुझको क्या
actually नहीं हो रहा है थोड़ा confidential है
अरे
Confidential.
मैं इतना ध्यान देखिए तो सिर्फ बड़ा
मुझे पापा
पहले
का
आता था,
पता
पता है एंड्रू है. मुझे पहले लगता था. मुझे लगता था
ये तेरे पापा
कि इसका नाम
हाँ।
एंड्रू है.
ये
तो गया था ना मैच के लिए तुम कर रहा था
मैं I swear on God
हंस रहा है
I swear on God
वो आया था.
गया था
सब बोल रही है
हाँ मेरा meeting
my name was first.
मेरा फोन आता है
हाँ मेरा फोन
No, first was before.
तेरा फोन टूट गया
मेरा फोन Samsung M30
I would have entered as
तो बोला बोल के
Galaxy 7
मिस
yes.
कॉल
तेरा क्लास
क्या Discord कहाँ पे
मिस कॉल
अच्छा Discord मैं मेरे फोन में Discord
पानी है एक क्लास मतलब flowing flowing with class.
आईफोन
I could not pick.
लो क्या तो था लो
I know that the
ये Nokia is also injurious.
Nokia is indestructible.
You can make a
No,
Try
the
the
very
try.
put
After
Nokia while going for work put Nokia.
after diagnosing Nokia, after diagnosing Nokia.
World War One put Nokia.
I World War One भी survive किया.
Guys,
World War
Then
One
they
भी
use
survive.
long.
guys I cannot buy a Kia car
क्या
ए आजी
क्या बोला
नहीं
I cannot buy Kia.
I cannot buy Kia because of Kia.
Bro.
Oh.
So lame.
Bad jokes.
इसलिए मैंने बोला नहीं मुझे समझा
Because there is no key.
नहीं है laughing on this
You are laughing at stupidity.
Response देखिए मेरे को.
2:30.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes
6 घंटे से बैठे हम लोग
I'm still 7:30
Who you?
you guys
एक कल बैठने का है
मैं
मैं परसों नहीं परसों का
2
एक घंटे लगना है.
2 मैथ्स पीरियड्स मेट्रिसेस
मैं
खत्म हो
सुबह
जाएगा
12 से आया
मेट्रिसेस खत्म हो जाएगा
मुझे स्कूल जाना है
School was better, but
Yeah, much.
फिजिक्स से
PT
फिजिक्स से कम
इतना तो नहीं होता था सीटी
बाकी तो बच्चे को ज़्यादा लोग हैं.
Bio is better.
I actually
Bio is good.
You
physics
people,
is the worst
you people said
Bro, try hard.
It's all about
तुम्हारा
this.
रोज ट्यूशन हमारा रोज ट्यूशन खबर करने
तुम लोग उसका पूरा नाम क्यों लेते हो लाइक आर्या जाती ऐसे क्यों बोलते हो
आर्या जाता या हम लोग आर्या जाते नहीं बोलते
And
there are too many
you got stock market.
You will learn about
मैं पूरा stock market
हाँ
नहीं
हाँ हाँ
स्टॉक का नहीं पढ़ा
very good.
Stock. ये क्या बोल रहा है?
स्टॉक का नहीं
पहले
पढ़ा
चैप्टर.
Stock
नहीं
market.
मैंने नहीं पढ़ा अभी तक
भाई मैंने खोला वो
मैंने कुछ भी नहीं खोली है वो अपने हाथ से मैं सो जाती हूँ मैं एक बार लिटरली वो उसका मोनोटोन आवाज
किसका बिंदु हमारे अच्छे जाने पे
ओनली
हाँ, जाने दो।
तुम लोगों को पी है ना तभी भी बायो पढ़ना पड़ता है
तीसरे में बायो
पर उसमें उतना डीप नहीं. वो लास्ट टाइम इस बार हम लोग को सारे ग्रोथ पर्सनालिटी वो सब लास्ट टाइम. चलो लेट्स गो. Thank you, ma'am.